All right, we're back on, and we're Need for Speed. We're basically just trying to explain to you everything that we had going on today. We had the NFL Sunday ticket, which we have all our games picked and ready to go for Sunday. We had, I think, a 3 out of 5, maybe 4 out of 5. I don't think the Cardinals game is done yet, but we are now going to be
All
doing
right,
our
I'm
5.
itching to go for another rip. Let's do this.
We're going to be doing our next 5 races here if we can. We're going to do 3 right off the bat. Need for Speed, the new one, Assetto Corsa, and Project Cars. If we can, we'll fit in 2 surprises. If we can't, we'll go right out to Fallout 4, and that'll top off our Sunday night. But again, I would like you to try and see if you can get a chance to go ahead and take on the
Hey.
time to look at some of the past broadcasts on this weekend. Everything turned out really great. We had, again, a lot of fun, a lot of good times as far as the football games goes. We were really just wondering, wow, how did we do that? Um, as far as the numbers are concerned. And again, we're back to a green signal right here now. We'll let you know again what's going on with the races as we get through them. Our criteria for the race games now, like I said, are going to be the models and the reflections, the different views and the immersion in the car, the feel of the car on the road to see if it feels like you're driving it or something's not attached. There's some difference where it's just not connecting. It feels like sometimes the tires aren't connecting with the road in itself. We've been on that situation before, and we'll let you know all that as we get out on the road. Um, we can show you some of the different cars that we have inside the garage here by just flicking around. We have 2. We've got the Subaru BRZ, which I think we're just going to keep it for maybe rally racing. I'll tune that up for that once I get more money. And then you've got 3 more cars. You actually have 5 cars in your garage to pick from if you haven't seen the game yet. You can see here, this is one that was given out for, I think, for whatever we had sent to us. Then we have your basics, which we will be racing on the short end on some of these races. It's probably the nicest one on the short end that I think, but everybody has their favorite. I even like this old Datsun. I want to call it a Datsun. I don't know why they call it a Nissan. It's a Datsun 240Z. But that's right, there's no more Datsun. Datsun is Nissan. I never thought about that until right this second. Wow. That makes me feel really not young. Don't look at the year of that Datsun, that's all I want to tell you. Anyway, let's take a look at these cars. This is a pretty cool one. I like the Skyline. Um, I bumped on it a couple of days ago, but then I looked at some of the way the lines were on it. And again, I'm just doing a comparison with these to show you, because we're going to be showing you project cars and our racing simulators. Assetto Corsa and Project Cars are both comparatively like race simulators compared to some games. This game does not even have a inside cockpit view. Looks like you're getting a 10% discount probably on our races stature here. We've got about 46,000. We could drop it all on this boss, but we could still keep going up. I think our Beamer is compatible to this one here, but there's a lot of cars to pick from. I'm just trying to give you the selection choice here. So for selection, Need for Speed has a pretty decent selection. All the ones you'd like to drive if you've got the money. You can see I've got on the bottom left corner my rep level and the money that I've earned from racing, which I can use now for parts or to buy these types of cars. I've got about 46,000 from racing. Races can give you anywhere from about several hundred to several $1,000s based on what you race. We are racing, trying to get to medium to supers. We do like these types of cars right here on the high end. When I call them supers, this is what I'm talking about. Anything from here on out. Let's get out on the street so you can see what it's like on the road in the car and understand what we're talking about when we go ahead and give you the... Oh, we have parts in the box. I don't remember that. Okay, let's put some parts on first, which I won from racing, and you will win it as well. When I say I've done something, that really means I'm playing it for the gamer and making sure that, yes, you would want that too, if or at least it should be in the game. It should be a staple. There should be some kind of basic to it. All right, so street style wing, not available for any owned car. Here we go. I can use that. Okay, we got this one here. See how I'm putting in an aftermarket fuel pump to make my car go better? You can claim this part from just racing or winning it. You win it from your race, it ends up in your garage, you come here and you install it later. You can't press up to get to the bottom of the list. Sometimes I like that. When there's a lot in the list, I do like to have that feature. It's not critical, but aha. What? I thought this was for this car. Should I sell it or keep it for when I get a car? Because that's an elite tuning port. Look at that. I'm going to hold that because I know I'm going to be getting one of super as soon as I get the chance. We can even sell these cars that we build and outright see how much money you can get for them. Excuse me. We're going to take this out into the street so you can see what it's like on the road. I'm talking about it. Let's just do it already. Blabbermouth. Just drive the car. Alright, thanks for joining us. We're now on iOS and Android devices, so you can watch us on your phone, tablet. I don't kitchen, what is it, refrigerators now have TVs built on them. Watch us in the kitchen, have a sandwich, catch some of this racing action. So look at the graphics. Just a quick walk around for the car, the graphics, reflection, lighting, lens flare, things like that. Don't get dizzy. So the Beamer has pretty good lines, but that's not all we're looking at. We're looking at reflections. See the reflection on the side of the panels of the car down onto the street? Is it reflecting properly? Does it have that real world environment to it? And it does. We can see that it does. We know that this is a race actually that just comes screaming by here, so we try to check right and left to make sure that no one is coming. What's the left, right, left? See? Right, left. Turn it up. Now, if you hit the center button, you will jump to the garage, do different things. And again, you can see what your user interface is going to be comparatively to all of our racing games. Again, we're going to be having Assetto Corsa and Project Cars. So we're still on the street here. W that this was issued to us. Here's someone here. Andre General, sweet, let's do it. You can see the models on his Porsche, how sweet that is. Now, if it was GTA 5, I would love to get out of the car and walk around someone's vehicle. That's the one thing I love about the GTA 5 series. The cars, I could do without all the, you know what. Broadcasting football all day, so I gotta get into my driving mode. So bear with me if you get into it. What I'm trying to do is, of course, get out to the map and find out what we have for missions, which should be pretty close by. You can see on the right side of the user interface panel, you've got Spike, Robin, Manu, Amy, and some outlaw group, and those are the colors that correspond to here. This is Amy's color. She wants you to do that time trial. They each have something for you to do. This pays out 7,000. Let's just pick the closest one, which is right here. 7,000 sprint race. Let's try it. Right. And of course you can see who's on the map. There was Andre General just a moment ago. Now he's on the other side of the map somewhere. Okay, so we're picking up a sprint race, I guess, from one of the people here in the game. I don't mean in the game, I mean in the storyline. But you'll see if we actually get a chance to meet someone what that's like.
ready for the king.
As you can see, you've got a lot of effects bouncing around, a lot of reflective surfaces. The handling of the car feels heavy. I can give you that kind of feeling. As the Carve itself. Someone taking some people out. Guess we're pushing up on good thumbs up. Running clean as we can here. Again, I would run the inside view, but you do not have a Carve. We're going to try to get to the boost in just a second here. You've got your what? I hate when I do that. I actually crash into everybody also. Nitrous on the bottom right corner, so that does help. Sprint it out as fast as we can. Sorry, buddy. Okay, these are your views. You get a slipstream if you get behind cars. So you get a little grip during your speed. Hey, what's up? Snake, what's up? Sorry, French inspiration, trying to comparison between this Assetto Corsa and Project Cars. We're going to try to show the models, the handling, the racing, the version, all that kind of stuff for you. Stick around, we'll try to do both. Just a sprint race. Last. Alright, so you can see the graphics, everything's pretty stable. We're running at 60 FPS and 1920 by 1080 setup here. That fire hydrant doesn't really need it anyway. Again, you do have some particles. Your heat brake would be definitely your worst enemy, especially if you come from PST 5 racing. Expecting a solid stick on your spin and your heat brake will pull it. I expect a bunch of things to shut off the facility. That hammer and tap on the left. 7th place, terrible. My personal best is the worst. Snake, BSB, 55. Baga camarada. I don't know what language is that. Is it Portuguese? No. I don't know. Forgive me. I don't know what language that is, Snake. lock loads. You have people that are just cruising around. And just something quick to show you on the Need for Speed series now. When you're cruising near them, you can just pick up a race if you want to challenge lock load. But I like to just check out the cars. That's all. Just stop when you see your car. That's great. It's got a Nissan. What is that? A GTR, I think it is. Anyone on the text know what kind of car that is? I know it's a. It's one of those Nissans. What name is one of those cars? Not this though. Nice. Well, you can see you can pick up hot races. Snake, if you're in the server, our name is gaming_HQTV, the same as our Twitch handle, is our PSN handle. So anybody, if you know that, just go ahead and add it. Let me throw that up actually, just so that everybody knows. Because we were trying to do this earlier this month. I'm glad you guys brought this to my attention. Thank you very much, by the way. Here, check this out. Here, is it, yeah, see, it's gaming_HQTV. See, our PSN handle's the same, and we're on Need for Speed. So if you want to catch us, and you're on the text boards, just take a look for us on the map. Again, your map is your options button, and you can take a look to see how big this world is. I don't know what the environment's going to be. Comparatively, as I've seen with Assetto Corsa, which is, again, a racing simulator, it copies to the track, not to the city or any location. Whatever the track is that would be raced around the world for whatever type of vehicle, that's what it's good for. So let's compare it when it's to that level, but not city to city, because it doesn't play on this plane. So far, Need for Speed doesn't have a cockpit view, but Project Cars and Assetto Corsa do not have a full city map to drive around in. Again, these are map missions that you pick up for money to build up on your car and your rep and whatever else. You want to knock out the, here's again a real person. It's kind of like the old, what was that online cars game that they used to have for Need for Speed? Was it Motoring Online? Something like that. It was really kind of cool too. They had it a long time ago. But it looks like the times have caught up, and ta-da. Let's see if we can get to the sprint race. Can't fast travel there, which would be nice. Oh, it didn't give us a GPS marker either. Kaboom is flying. Basically, the whole city is one big racing track, if you want to look at it that way. There we go. I knew we could get a waypoint somehow. Oh yeah, here. They take you off-roading, essentially. Side roads. So when you're cruising around, you can follow the map, and the GPS will take you flasher. I wish you could flash your headlights or honk your horn, which you can't do. You cannot even do that in this game. You cannot honk your horn or flash headlights to get anyone's attention. I don't believe there's a voice comm system in the game yet either, so no voice comm, no communication car to car. Super frustrating trying to get someone's attention or want to get a cart going or just get someone's number, become friends with them. Do it. Speaking of friends on Twitch, which we just started, we're trying to get that figured out. We're still noobs. We're in the game world. I'll tell you first. We don't understand the followers. We told them we should be friends because you want to play games with your friends, not with followers. You don't know about that. Then let's do this race, sprint race to get 7,000 cash quick. Then we're gonna jump out in a little while, not right now, but we're gonna jump out. We're gonna try project cars. Then we're going to go right through a set of Corsa. All right, I'll tell you. If we have time, I'm gonna do the crew. 7 grand on that one. Racing can be a little bit rough, but I wonder they call it the locomotive. I think that was crashing into everything. Okay, so you can see all about the missions. You can see the on-road. You get to see the different camera views. You've got hood. There's all the other racers now. The funny thing is they just continue racing. It's a set, I guess, script for these guys. I don't know if any of these work. It doesn't appear to be. See, they're all disappearing. Right, so let's pull it over to the side here. Back to the map. To the map. And you can see we knocked that one off the map list now. It's not here. This is not, or it's something different. See, circuit race, fish out of water, medium now. Time trial. We can do all of these, which are part of the storyline. And if you again look in the right corner over here, it says win the races against Spike, run the circuit race with Robin, finish top 3 in the tug, touge, whatever you want to call it, with Manu, beat the target time with Amy, and then escape a $2,500 fine pursuit. So those are all options that you have in something like Need for Speed, which is going to give you multiplayer racing across the globe here with no way to communicate to someone when you get up to them. You can't even click on their name and send them a text. Basic stuff for multiplayer. You do have a vast landscape to drive around. You can see anything that has a road is something you can drive through. It really shouldn't be compared to our next car tracks, or I should say our next games on the list, because they don't deal with open-ended world. They deal with real live racetracks around the world, and how well those are copied are a whole nother story than how a world is made in an open-end environment. So it's very hard to get a difference between those. You just have to ask yourself, do you want to drive around in a city like this, where you're just kind of cruising around, do whatever you want to the road there? Or sometimes you just know how to play the game. Noticed as well. So there's a sprint locomotive racing. Pick it up. The lower left right now, it's only a white flag. So that's what happens when you go back to the race that you won. And now to the next storyline, where we can load up a set of Corsa, or I can load up Project Cars. Does anyone have a preference before we get started, or would you like me to keep going with Need for Speed? Talking to anyone on YouTube, on Twitch, on GamingHQ TV, or Ustream, we are trying to get a feel for race night here, the comparison between the Assetto Corsa, Need for Speed, Project Cars, potentially the Crew, and what was the fifth one? F1 in 2013, I think. Might have been that one as well. What do you think we should do, guys? Should we switch it over to Assetto Corsa or Project Cars, or stay with Need for Speed for a little bit longer? This is the car we're running with. Just came out of a race, so got a little banged up. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully not too much to fix when we drive it back to the garage, because you do win money on your races, and you do have to pay money to get your car fixed. Remember that. So try not to be so smashy, just as a good driver in general. But it will force you to be, because you don't have a choice. Let's see what he's running, a medium race now. Yeah, so 7,000, 7,000. Or 7,000. So it's just a matter of what you want to race. What did members say? This one? Okay. We'll do Speedway game, and then we'll find out again from there.
Hey, yo. I was thinking, right? Magnus, he ain't no Superman, right? So all we gotta do is do what he did. We run some races, we learn the streets. Only then are we gonna get in tune with him, right? I'll keep you posted.
I'm gonna try one last shred and then I'm calling it a night. Let's meet up and do this. See you soon, man.
Yeah, so these guys, again, are calling me all the time. It doesn't bug the shit out of me. I'm focused or concentrating in the middle of the race. I get a phone call all the time. Never produces sweating. I set it to switch that on. They switched off. Again, no, I must have missed it. Last one, and then we're going to switch it over to
Look,
Project
don't
Carve.
worry about kicking this run's ass. Just see how close we can get. You know, maybe then we can figure out how he did it.
Oh, I didn't realize it started. Okay. There we go. Let's get back to the So this one, I guess I'll use the spike. Spike if you look down on the lower left map, he's coming up fast too. That's gonna be it. Spike just passed me. People racing in the other direction on the real world map while you're trying to race here on your map. So it's a very open map. Make a very difficult race. It's like someone going in the other direction on a racetrack. Checkpoints to make it happen. Spike isn't making it easy, I know that. There's one right there. Sorry, Spike. Got a little rough. Don't like to race that ugly, but needed the bunny. And it's only an NPC. I wouldn't focus as much if it was a real person. If it was a real person, I'd definitely probably let them go or pass or however it's required to do it. That's usually the case when you're racing. Now we're going to go over to some real racing games. We're going to try out the Assetto Corsa. We're going to try out Project Cars. I may throw in the Crew if we have some time. And I'll surprise you with something else. I think I've got another trick up my sleeve. But that'll do it for Need for Speed. I think it's enough to give you at least a taste of Need for Speed itself. You've got the ringing phone, top left corner. Let's see what Spike has to say.
Yo, snap! You catch that? Well, I never knew that route was there, man. Oh, yeah, I'm jumping all over this.
Okay, so yeah, he's got a new mission now he wants to mark on the map. We're not interested. What we can do is push the center button and jump right to the garage. This will get us your car fixed. You don't have to worry about driving all the way back to the village or whatnot. So we're just going to jump to the garage, get it sent in. We won't deal with any more races with Need for Speed. You get an idea of how the races work, how the cars work, how the garage works, all the basics to get you started. And we hope you liked our tutorial on the Need for Speed line. Again, we're doing all of our racing tonight. We're comparing Need for Speed, Assetto Corsa, Project Cars, the Crew, and we've got one more surprise up our sleeve. So stay with us, hit the refresh button in a couple minutes, and we'll be right back with Project Cars on GamingHQ.tv.